Hey, we are live. Welcome, everybody, to the Funny Shrink Podcast. Frank King and I are here, and I was just thinking to myself, literally, before we signed on, I was just thinking to myself, I cannot believe I'm going to be 45 years old. That to me seems really old. And then we get on the call, and Frank's trying to set up his computer, and he's like,
Shut up.
don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, still got it, still young, still fresh.
I'm 64 and a half, thank you.
I love it. Like when you're between old and young, you don't do the end of half. But when you're a kid and you're apparently above 60, you're like, I'm 64 and 7/8. You never want to get to the
Well, it's important, Mike, because in 6 months I qualify for Medicare. Thank you, Jesus.
Hey, and then I can bill your insurance and you could tell me your problems.
Hey,
Look at
hey, I never even thought about that.
that. Don't do it. I'm an awful therapist. I'm terrible. No, I'm actually okay. I'm pretty good. Why do I tell this to people on air? Why do I say I suck? I don't know.
It looks like I'm actually getting on to the Mac to StreamYard here. I may be leaving the phone room and coming to the.
Switching it up on us, big guy.
Yeah, hold on, hang on. Chrome would like to access the microphone. You may. I would like to have the camera. I'm in, Mike. I'll see you there.
All right, Frankie. He's back. Should I let him in, folks? Mention in the chat if you think I should let Frank King back into the room. I'm just kidding. Of course I'd let you in, Frankie. I love you, buddy.
Thank you.
We have someone asked a question on Facebook. Frank, is that you?
Yeah, I clicked on there, allow phone calls from my iPhone to my computer. Now I don't know how to cut it off, so I'll be jumping those and declining as if anybody else calls in.
All right, let's do it. Let's bring on our guest. This next guy, he is hot. He's burning up, folks. And I'm not just saying that because he's a burn victim. Our next guest is Keegan Tindall. He has an amazing story. I met him last week at an open mic, and I will be quite honest, I hate having open micers on our podcast because you never know what they're gonna get. I apologize to all the open micers who are gonna cancel culture me right now. But this guy, like, just from the get-go, he made me laugh. He was insulting me like he was my mother. It was, I loved it. He killed. And his stand-up is pretty good too. Like, I don't know how long he's been doing it, but I can't stop talking good things about you, man.
Thank you.
So tell us a bit about yourself.
I have nothing to tell.
Well,
I am not interesting. No, I don't know. I have a name. My mom named me when I was born. It's Keegan.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
So who else?
I don't know. I've actually thought about changing my name.
Why? Keegan's a great name. Easy to remember.
It's a great name.
I don't know. I was thinking. I think having two sides of a face gives me like a new opportunity. Like this side could be Keegan, but this side could be like Rudy or something.
Oh,
like a superhero kind of thing.
Almost, yeah.
So explain to the people in the audience who can't actually see you because the screen isn't that clear. So what's going on? You were tell us your backstory, man.
So we were making a comedy film. I'm in film school, and we went to go get a prop. It was like a stupid thing we had to get last minute. And, we stopped at Staples, I'm pulling out, and the minute I pull out, I mean, not the minute, I drive down the road for about 10 seconds maybe, and a drunk driver hits me at 120 miles from behind.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. I had like third-degree burns up and down my body, including half of my face. And they gave me a graft on my arm, my back, and my face.
Wow.
And whatever happened to the drunk driver? I suppose they survived without a scratch.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, he's in jail right now. But
Oh, really? Did he go to jail for that or something else?
no, it was that. It was the accident.
Okay. Hey, did he have a previous DUI? I'll bet he did.
Yeah, I had like 5, I think.
Remind me never to get you mad, Keegan. You would put me in jail.
Only if you rear end him. Thank you.
Well, you never know. After a good Friday night, couple of drinks.
Yeah, careful, Keegan.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna put the whole city in jail.
So, Keegan, what kind of car were you driving?
I was driving it was a Ford, I think it was an Explorer, a 2003.
Explorer?
Yeah.
That's a big vehicle.
Yep.
And the gas tank fire lit off or whatever?
Yep, lit off on my side.
Is that a design flaw, or is it just because he hit you so hard?
I have no idea. I've heard both sides of it's a design flaw. It's not. People seem to have. There's so much shit going on that I've like not stopped caring, but I've stopped understanding. So.
Well, did the guy have insurance even?
No.
But did you have uninsured motorist?
Huh?
Did you have uninsured motorist coverage? I mean, did you have coverage on your policy for?
Yeah.
Okay. Mike, what you don't know is I sold insurance first 5 years out of college, so.
That's why you're not just being old. I'm like, where the fuck is this going?
Coming from, yeah. How does he know about uninsured motorist coverage?
And why do I care?
Why do I care? Why does anybody care? Sorry, Keegan.
Keegan, this is what happens when you deal with people over 50.
Over 60, thank you.
I'm sorry, I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Man.
You're my therapist, for God's sakes. Go easy on me.
Not yet. I could talk shit about you until then.
That's true.
So
then after that, it's a HIPAA violation.
Keegan, when I met you, like I literally thought, like, what is this guy's story? And then, like, you sat down, and I didn't see you when you sat down, and then you got up, and I'm like, shit, he's walking like me. He's trying to steal my thunder. Fuck this guy. I'm gonna burn his other face.
Oh, you're a hack, Keegan. You stole the Mike's limp.
Uh-huh.
And that's cold.
And I yelled to him sitting down, why are you trying to walk like me? And I realized he didn't know what I was talking
about. Yeah.
He's this dick. So then I had to get over and walk to him and show him.
Mm-hmm.
But you are really funny, like just naturally.
Oh, thank you.
I think you will make it if you keep at it, because like crippled people are funny, man. Crippled people,
funny to look at, funny to push around.
Yeah, I'm doing a show tonight, as a matter of fact, and there's a guy on there. He calls himself Coppertone. His body, he's got what's called Wilson's disease, and too much copper in his body, which damages the liver, also gives him. He's got tremors. He's got all kinds of material. His name is Coppertone, shaken, not stirred. My girlfriend, my wife, should never have left me on the world's best vibrator, no batteries. And he's made a career out of. He has other jokes as well, but he's made a career out of that. Wilson's disorder. So yeah. And hell, Michael said I made a career out of suicide. So.
I did. I told him right before, like, you go around talking about suicide. Then I had to say not how to do it, how to get through it.
Yeah, Frank and the final exit, ladies and gentlemen, the final exit show.
I tell people I went to like I'm a social worker, so I've told people I've gone to domestic violence workshops, and I've been really disappointed that they don't teach you how to hit children without leaving marks.
So Keegan, it doesn't hurt to be sick as well as disabled to be a great comic, as you can see from Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So, how has your life changed since the accident, man?
Dude, it's still sort of fresh and like it's just I can't, all I could say is it's weird. There's no other way to describe it. Like I went in this one life like doing whatever I want. I'm like in prime age for college and just I'm living with my friends. I'm away from home. I have a new girlfriend, all that. And then all of a sudden I come out of the hospital with this, I'm in the hospital for like 8 months.
Whoa.
Forget everything about myself and then come back out and it's like, you're supposed to be normal. I got a new face and like, I it's just weird. It's hard to accept, but I'm learning to do so.
Are you on disability?
No, not right now.
Do you have a day job? Do you do something to earn a living?
No, I'm a student.
Okay, well, where are you going to college?
Rutgers University.
Rutgers?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, man. What are you studying?
Filmmaking.
Oh, I think Mike may have told me that. And what kind of films do you want to make?
I like comedy and I like horror.
Okay.
Well, comedy is a lot like horror.
Yeah, depending on the audience.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Yeah, what was it Carlin said? Comedy's a violent business. You either die or you kill.
Frank and I were at a suicide conference recently, and I was like, man, I killed up there. We were both presenting.
Yeah, then you came home, you're all depressed because we hung around with 1,300 clinicians for a weekend.
No, my wife was gonna kill me, man. She was like, "What is wrong with you? I send you away with Frank. You come back like this." So Keegan, this is I think I told you I was in a car accident when I was a baby, so I've had my whole life to sort of go through the motions of being mad, being depressed, feeling ashamed, feeling pity. How for myself, how have you been dealing with this huge change in your life? What are you feeling? What are you going through?
Honestly, it's the hardest to be alone. That's when you have to like sit and realize what's going on and face your thoughts. And then it's the hardest when like simple things I used to be able to do I can't really do anymore. Like I got about a year before I can really go out in the sun for more than an hour.
Oh wow.
So like before all this, if I was feeling down or uninspired, I could go out for a hike, or I could just go to the beach, or do anything really like that a 20-year-old kid would do. But now I'm forced to watch people do that and stay home, and that's really tough. But I think most of like the happy and like the times of healing have come from my friends who are all also comedians. So it's all come from just being with them and making light of what happened.
Yeah.
Do you want to be a professional comedian, Keegan?
I think growing up, I loved comedy acting. Like I like the idea of being like a sketch where you could take a few takes or improv, and I really do like stand up. And it's more of like I wouldn't mind if I ended up going that way.
Yeah.
My real passion is for sure filmmaking. I love writing and like dissecting characters and just every aspect of it, even like being behind the camera, in front of the camera.
You know what? My first choice would have been to be a sitcom writer, and then I fell in love with stand-up. Like that was what I wanted to do since I was 15. I actually wanted to write for the sitcom Roseanne. I don't know why, but because she seems like a crazy fucking bitch. Love you, Roseanne. But that was what I wanted to do, and it just never happened. and now I'm too old.
Hey.
What?
No,
Yeah.
Keegan's like, you're both old. What are you talking about? He's
Yeah.
dude, if you ever want to, like, I live in Rahway. If you ever want to come hang out, you're more than welcome.
I
We'll
appreciate
stay
it.
inside. You don't have to go out. We'll pretend. Well, I'll rent a bubble. We'll put you in the bubble. It'll be fun.
As long as you can slide food in a little door.
Oh yeah, totally. You impress me. Like, I don't. Yeah, like, you ask Frank. I don't talk about comics being funny a lot. Like, I'll say they're funny, but I don't gush about them usually. I'm like, oh, that was funny, but I don't go, oh my God, this guy is amazing. And like, I couldn't stop talking about you after I met you. And I think it was because you insulted me without even knowing me. Like that I have a history of abusive relationships, and that made me fall in love with you. No, I'm kidding. I don't have a history of abusive relationships, but it did make me like you.
No, he's telling the truth, Keegan, and Mike's like I am. I imagine is I'm not fond of open micers generally. I'd rather open a vein than spend an evening at an open mic night with a dozen or 2 dozen open micers. I just I'd kill myself. So yeah, so if he liked you right off the bat and you're an open micer, that you've done something.
And the only reason I went to the open mic is because I'm craving stage time. Like, I went up twice in a strip club during the pandemic, and the second time, the stripper snatch was right in my face, and I thought she had COVID. So I was like, I got to get out of here. It's scary these times.
Yeah, Mike, dogs can pass the COVID, not pussy. So, I'm
Can
sorry.
they really?
It's topical.
You guys have a
Yeah, they can. There's an NPR story on dogs passing on COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Love a good pussy joke.
What'd you say, Keegan? I'm sorry.
Love a good pussy joke.
Yeah, and it was topical. He had his face in her snatch, and he's worried about COVID. And wait a minute,
drum set guy. I got a little guy with a drum set on the side.
There you go. So Keegan, where is it you live?
I live in New Brunswick,
which is in Canada.
Yeah. No.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Okay.
He lives about 15, 20 minutes from me.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 40 minutes. I don't know. I'm a new driver. Like, I drive like I'm drunk. I also walk like I'm drunk. So it's pretty on point.
What do you like when you're drunk? Is everything normal?
Everything's normal, man.
It's just
yeah, I walk. I can walk a straight line. So what would you like? Like, I've gone through phases where, and please, if you don't want to talk about it, just tell me and we'll change topics. But I've gone through phases where I've like really hated myself because of my disability, and it's been really tough. And I've had to, like, I remember when I graduated from grad school, in my head, I thought somehow that would cure me.
Grad school?
Yeah. I don't know why. Like, in my head, I just had this feeling I would get my master's in social work and then I'd be cured. And my father said to me, so how are you feeling? Like, what's going? He was just trying to connect with me on a really emotional level. And I go, whatever. He was like, I don't understand you. You went to school. You were in a program that taught you how to speak to other people, and you can't even carry on a conversation with me.
Yeah, about how you're doing. Even worse.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I feel really shitty right now. Like, I thought this would fix me, and it didn't. So, like, I had 20-something years behind me of having the exact same problem. So I can't imagine waking up from a coma, being in the hospital for 8 months and getting out and having your whole life change.
Yeah, no, it's tough. I think it's the biggest part for me is definitely like my face has been the hardest part to reveal to friends and my girlfriend, and it's like it's hard because you can feel that moment where someone's like, oh, it's kind of worse than I expected, or they don't know what happened to you, they didn't hear about the accident or something.
Yeah.
And you could kind of tell that moment where they go from like themselves to like trying to be extra nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Then do they ask you? I mean, do people flat out ask you what the hell happened?
Yeah, and I love those people. Those are my favorite people.
Right?
Like it's just like, let's get it out of the way. It happened. Now let's go back to normal. And those people, I have a lot of respect for them.
Do kids do that to you? Because you know how kids are. They got no filter.
Yeah, kids, man. I when I was in a children's rehab, and at first, like the scars were like out to here, and my head was shaved, and I looked insane. And I showed this kid, and he goes, "Yeah, you look like a monster." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, thank you." And then I beat that kid up in his sleep.
Yeah. So Mike liked your stuff. Keegan, you got a couple of? What's your favorite in your open mic set? What's your favorite bit?
Oh man, I've been started. My favorite thing.
Do the funny one. The funny one.
Oh yes, the funny one. I was about to do the shitty one. No, I think my favorite one was when I first started out. I would do a thing where I wouldn't have a hat on, and I would give this big speech about how brave I am for coming out and showing what happened this summer, and then I would be like, yeah, but I didn't ask for this haircut either, And people usually liked that one. That one was one of my favorites.
I love it.
Is that a Padres hat you're wearing?
I don't know what that means. Like my dad's hat?
No, no. I thought it said San Diego. I thought it was San Diego. It looks like San Diego Padres colors. I thought maybe it was up.
No, it's some skateboard hat. I don't know what it means.
Oh, are you a skateboarder?
No.
I don't know why that was funny to me. Oh man. So you where do you see like your career going? Is it all filmmaking or what?
I think for a long time I wanted to do like comedy acting on screen, but until I'm comfortable with myself again, like seeing myself on screen, I don't know. I think like I've always had parts in my own films, and I think I'm just gonna try my hardest at stand up and filmmaking. When I'm not doing stand up, I'll do filmmaking and vice versa.
I relate to you a lot because part of the reason I didn't go the acting route is like there was a voice in my head saying no one would ever want to pay to see you perform. I mean, look at you walk. You sound a little slow. And it was all this stuff in my head keeping me from following my dreams. So when I found stand-up, it was like I could say whatever I want and no one cares. You said something before, man, that made me think. Like it reminded me of when I was always in denial about my disability, especially when I was young. So I used to go on dates, blind dates, like internet dating, back when AOL chat rooms were a thing, and I would never tell the other person that I had a disability. And I would show up limping my ass through the door. And one of them once asked, so like they were raised, they were like, so why do you walk that way? I'm like, big dick. I don't
know. Big cock. I don't know. What do you want me to tell you?
So, Keegan, when I taught comedy classes and when I work with comics who have a physical disability, if something obvious, they normally start off the set with like Brent Leake has Jerry Lewis's disease, muscular dystrophy, I think. Is that right? What was Jerry Lewis's charity? Was it muscular dystrophy?
Yeah, I'm at muscular dystrophy. Yeah.
Yeah. So he would come out and he's very thin and he's walking very, stiffly. And he would say to the crowd, you're looking at me and I know what you're thinking. This guy's disabled. And he had a variety of jokes. He goes, yeah, I broke a chain letter. Or I'm disabled. Yeah, I've got a degree in sociology. Or, he would address it right off the bat, kind of put it to bed. And then, so when you come out, do you mention that right off the bat? Or how do you handle that with the crowd?
I think immediately I felt like I had to, like I couldn't not address it. But I do fear a little becoming just the burn guy. Yeah. But like, there's things like I never want to overdo it. But if there's something I think is funny, I'll absolutely address it. Like one of the funniest things is like people love to like when this happens to a young person, they'll be like, "You're such a hero." I'm like, no, I can't do as many things now. I'm the worst hero there is. Like I can't go to the Avengers and be like, they'll be like, "What's your power?" I'm like, I'm really good at needing help. And like, do you have any arch nemesis? I'm like, yeah, like ladders. I think it's so funny the way people treat like people who are in accidents.
Did you? Is there physical damage as well that limits your mobility?
Yeah. My so I have like a brace on my leg because I was hit so hard that it like pinched a nerve in my lower back. So now my foot doesn't really move.
No, 120 miles an hour. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Was there a point where they didn't think you'd survive?
They didn't think I was going to survive the night of. That's why there was a cop that came with me in an ambulance. Like I was, I was all bubbly on the side and stuff. And they came with me, and then they told my dad, like I had a 50-50 chance to live. And that was like for 48 hours. Like they were like, we need 48 hours to tell if he's going to live. I remember the night I had like double-digit doctors over me. And like they were like operating on me. No one was talking to me. I remember asking for help, but I don't know if I actually did. But I remember them talking about me dying right in front of my face and not acknowledging me.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was rough because I remember I was just thinking about all the stuff I'm not gonna do again. Or ever get to do,
Right. Do you have a girlfriend now?
Yep, same girlfriend. She was in the accident as well.
Oh
How
no.
is she?
She's okay. She had some light burns on her hands and feet. She's got some scars on her feet, but she's doing okay physically.
You're like the hottest couple I've ever met.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. We need that little drum guy, dude. Where is he? Did you not show up?
Yeah. So do you come on stage to fire? Dun, 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 dun. Yep. Fire.
All the time. Any fire themed song automatically.
Yeah, but like I said, you don't want to be the burn guy. You want to be you're broader. How about making movies about comics or making? Is that something that appeals to you?
About comics, like about a stand-up comic?
Yeah, either a documentary or a feature film. About somebody doing comedy.
About a guy, an older gentleman who survived suicide. I see what Frank's doing. He's pitching to you. He's like, you want to make a project?
Yeah, come on, man.
Yes, I have been interested in that because a lot of the times film school documentaries are about like stupid shit like suicide. No.
Hey, man, that stupid shit pays the bill.
No. I'm joking.
Yes, Keegan, I love you, man. Oh, you're the best.
No, but I'll do like I've because I like to show it's not really known in the film school world like stand-up comedy. They don't love it either. The professors don't love when you do that stuff, but do it anyway.
Yeah, because I see Mike's got some amazing footage. A guy shot documentary style of him, and it's golden. I mean, I can't remember who the guy is. Mike will tell you.
Jason Mickle. He's a photographer who wanted to venture out into documentary filmmaking, and we're still working on the project. If like maybe after this we'll talk, because maybe he always needs other people to help him with the footage and stuff. So if that's something you'd be interested in, I'll put you in touch with him.
Yeah, for sure. I got a ton of gear and all the documentary footage and equipment I need.
Cool.
Yeah. What about making money filming other comics for their sizzle reel and such, Keegan?
I've done that stuff, and it's fun to go and see comedy, and I don't mind helping out, but it's not something I'm interested in career wise. Like I have I've had a decent amount of success, like of doing shit I don't have to do, but I should do for my career. So like I've always gone into festivals, and those have always something good has always come out of those. Like I went into this festival and I won like a trip to like the film festival Cannes in France.
Really?
Wow, that's awesome.
And then like we were actually there was this comedy like so every time I do something I want to one up myself. I feel like I can do better, and like I'll see things like and I'll be like, well, I could have done that better. I should have worked harder. And we were making a film for a festival when the accident happened, which really pisses me off because I was really excited about it. But
that's awesome. Congratulations, man. That's incredible to have that under your belt already.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited to get back into it. It's just hard. It feels very weird. It feels very weird to try to Zoom something after this.
Yeah, after 8 months. I mean, like you said, you pulled in as one person, you came out as another.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It's like, and it's also hard for paying for somebody else's stupid decision.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just it's unfair. It's not like the guy came from behind me. I couldn't have swerved around him. I couldn't have hit my brake.
Yeah, and it wasn't like you got drunk and wrapped your car around a pole.
Mm-hmm.
You were stone cold sober, doing what you're supposed to be doing, driving carefully, and
yeah, people suck.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, and I think 5 DUIs. I think you get a DUI, okay. You get a second one, you're going to jail. You got a problem. But that's just
I don't drink anymore.
What, Mike?
I said, thank God I don't drink anymore now that I drive.
Oh yeah, Lord. Even walking with him is dangerous, Keegan.
Oh my God. My balance has been off since I moved to New Jersey. I think it's because you walk so much in New York and now I don't walk as much.
Oh yeah. So what's next for you, Keegan? I know you're in school. Are you going to classes? Are classes resuming live in September? What's happening?
Yeah, I think they're resuming in the fall. I have no idea. I'm just gonna play it day by day, see how I feel once I get to class. I still have yet to I'm approaching on it, but I still have yet to even take my camera out and even touch. But I've done this stuff since I was 7.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, obviously you like doing it. You enjoy doing it. What are you, a freshman? Classified still as a freshman?
I'll be a junior. I'm going into junior year. I would be a senior, but
Yeah, you took 8 months off.
Mm-hmm. I was taking a nap.
Some call it a coma.
Rip Van Winkle over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you remember anything from the coma? I mean, do you remember,
No, I wish I did. I actually really wish I had some crazy experience to tell. I met George Lopez or something. I don't know. Something bizarre, but it's just you miss a few breakfasts and that's about it.
Okay. Go ahead, Mike.
Worst jokes ever. It was 1 of 4, but I was in a coma for about 2 months, and you know what? I gotta tell you guys, I could use another coma. Oh my God, that was the best nap of my life. Seriously, who wants a coma? Anyone? Anyone?
Yeah,
No?
you know, Mike, I feel that way about the 3-day involuntary IDO, the involuntary detention order. I'm like 3 days where I just lie down, they bring my meals and my meds, and I don't have to do anything. I'm not responsible for anything. I don't have a smartphone. 3 whole days, 72 hours. Oh man, sign my narrow ass up.
Right.
Nothing like a good coma.
Yeah.
Man, it is awesome to have you on here. Tell our audience where they could find you.
Yeah, you got a website? Do you have somebody working on a website?
No, I have an Instagram. That's about it. I have a YouTube and an Instagram. They're both Keegan Tindall. They're both just my name. You could see my stuff there. Pre-accident, post-accident. You can compare and contrast.
Keegan, with Instagram, do you put like 59 seconds clip on the Instagram and then the balance of the video on IGTV? Is that how you?
I haven't put any clips up yet. IGTV I have used in the past for like sketches.
Yeah.
There's a few sketches on there, but I kind of like IGTV. It's a nice little bonus to Instagram.
And by the way, the way I read it is, if you put the 6-second clip on Instagram and then you put the balance on IGTV, the Instagram gives you more juice for using IGTV. They're trying to develop the platform.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, you may come up higher in searches or whatever.
That's awesome.
I know old guys know some things, Mike.
I'm surprised you have so much knowledge for an old guy, Frank.
Yeah, man, I love your like tech support headset. Like.
Oh man, I
feel like you're helping us out with this. Like.
Yeah, State Farm. What are you wearing?
Yeah.
Yeah, friend of mine says
this kid.
Yeah, busting my chops. Somebody said I look like I'm playing some very popular multiplayer video online game. I can't think what one it is. Why are you wearing the heads? Well, and I've got a belt clip for my iPhone, which is really it's the 2020s version of the fanny pack.
Mm-hmm.
You're Keegan, like I said when I met you, I'm not hitting on you, but even with the burns, like you're an attractive guy. So I wouldn't worry about not presenting well or not getting out there or being an actor. You could make it happen.
Thank you. I very much appreciate that. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, and go ahead. Your girlfriend.
My girlfriend's been berating me. She's like, "You're a piece of shit. I hate you." I was gonna make a joke, but it just kind of sounded mean, and I don't know where it was. Continue. Frank.
Yeah, then it's just abuse. It's funny. It's just.
I had a punchline in my. I thought I had a punchline. And I was like, I'm gonna start this joke, and by the end of it, I'll have something funny to say. The end came, and there was nothing.
I'm not saying you're not a piece of shit. You're an attractive piece of shit, if anything.
Thank you. Thank you.
Boss to go. I gotta find an ending to these bits when one of them didn't work. Like I used to love that tagline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at lunch with a guy, he goes, "I got so many of these bits that need." I said, "Punchlines."
A joke.
Yeah, because I know so many people got all these great premises. I go, but the premises are a dime a dozen, man.
Dude, the whole time in rehab, it was just like all these therapists. I would mention that I did comedy, and they're like, "You're gonna talk about us when you get out, aren't you?" I'm like, "I'm never fucking talking about you again. I'm not thinking about you. If I could hurt you, I would. If I was allowed to hurt you, I would hurt you."
Well, and I think Mike's right, and I don't think it should hold you back in your acting career. And one of the reasons I love British TV so much is they have real people on screen. It's not this FBI show where these impossibly young and beautiful people have all these amazing, skills. She's a biochemist, graduated from Stanford, but no, she's not.
Go UK, putting ugly people on TV.
Yeah, I'm telling you, real people, bad teeth, overweight.
That's my kind of people. Yeah.
Well, keep up the good work. And And you might consider professional speaking as well. I mean, you've got a great story. It's a survival story. You could probably inspire other folks who,
They don't deserve it. They don't deserve it.
Okay, you need some empathy to do that job. So
I don't have it. I don't have it. I can't
okay.
find it. I wish I did. I wish I had
So
amazing
are you
words.
saying this accident was karma?
It could be. Honestly, it could be. I don't know. I used to have trouble with like staring, so it could be that.
Yeah.
It was great to have you on, man. We're gonna have to end. Don't go anywhere. I'm gonna end the podcast. And take care, everybody. This is Keegan Tindall. You'll see him on a porn channel somewhere.
That's right.
Yes.
Wait for the money shot.
Bye, y'all.
See you, Mike.